Yo, hey guys, what is up? It is a Cancer Souls, and today I'm back here with Borderlands 1. Now, it's been a long ass time since we played Borderlands on my channel, which this is actually one of my favorite games. I only have a few videos of Borderlands on my channel because I'm a Dark Souls channel, but if you guys want more Borderlands on my channel, just let me know. But the reason I made this video is to show off a start of a project that I'm working on. Now, it's going to be custom weapons, which is these 5 right here. Now keep in mind, this is a very small project so far. I've only been working on it for maybe 4 hours, maybe around there. 4 hours, 30 minutes. Pump out 5 weapons, which is not bad. So the first weapon we got here is the Black Death. Now I'm going to show you the item card and the weapon, and we'll do a shooting test here in a minute. So here's all the weapons I've made so far. Okay, so let's go and take a look at these weapons. And also shout out to Grimjow because I've been using his stuff for a long time, and that stuff is great. Great job, man. That stuff is so good. But if you're wondering why I have ammo regeneration, it's because of the shield. Now, let's go and take a look at the Black Death here. This weapon is still under work. I'm still working on this weapon. I'm not entirely sure what I was doing with this. This is mainly just a test on see what I can do, but I also want to make a sniper rifle that has good critical hit damage, low base damage. So basically it does only good damage when you get headshots. And I was hoping it would have like the Defliner or more like the Crux actually, where it explodes with acid and spreads it around. But anyways, I'll talk more of that in a minute. Now, this weapon is badass. This is the Psycho. It shoots buzz axes. This is the first custom weapon I've seen in Borderlands, so that I've seen. I don't know if, I'm not saying that there's none out there, but this is the first one I've seen that shoots buzz axes. Now, they do stick, and they do have gravity, so they will fall after a certain distance, and they stick in just about every single surface in this game. So that's always good. And the noise is really annoying. I was going to take that off, but I forgot. But yeah, they shoot pretty far, and this is my take of the sword explosion from Borderlands 2. That was my original intent on this thing. Was going to be called the axe explosion, and it was going to be basically a sword explosion that shoots instead of swords, it shoots axes. Now, this weapon, as you saw, is called the Truth. Yes, it is a Destiny reference. Now, I did play my fair share of Destiny. Trust me, I've played so much of that game. So I wanted to make a gun from Destiny. Now, what better way to do it than the Truth? Because you cannot escape the truth. And also, I really wanted to get custom tracking rockets in this game, and I think I nailed it. But I think I nailed it too well that it broke. And so, by broke, I mean the search radius is so big that it does not go for what you're aiming at. It just goes, it has a mind of its own. There'll be an enemy behind you and you'll aim at someone in front of you. It'll like go around you and hit the enemy behind you. Now this is the Seeker shotgun. It's basically the same thing except it's a shotgun that's really obnoxious and it has homing rockets. Since I really like the Carnage type shotguns in this game, they're really cool. It's an interesting idea, but I don't know, I just never found a good use for them. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and hop right into the gameplay. So starting off here, we got the Black Death. Now, this thing, headshot machine. I don't know if you just saw that double. That was pretty sick. Now, this weapon, I was talking about just a minute ago. Now, it's kind of bugged. What I was really originally going to do is have a high skill, high reward kind of weapon, which is what I've got so far. Which, that's why the Cyclops sight is on there. Because if you have high skill with sniper rifles, it'll be very beneficial. And also, we're not cheating with that hip fire on 100% accuracy, so I made it to where you have to be zoomed in to get the critical hit bonus. So as you can see, there's a critical hit. I did a non-critical or non-aiming critical hit just a minute ago on the bandit, and it did nothing. But on the Psycho, I one-shot him, so that's pretty good. And as you can see there, this thing one-shot headshots just about anything, but anywhere else if it's not a headshot, it's gonna do like no damage. Now, there was going to be compensation for that for the acid element, and the reason it's called the Black Death is kind of like the Black Plague. That's what I was going for, is having a thing where the corrosive spreads like the Crux. Like I said earlier, the Defliner? I never could figure that out, the name of that. But I was going to have it spread kind of like that. So my original idea is when you get a headshot, or not a headshot, when you get a body shot or something, I'm not entirely sure yet of how I was going to implement this, but I was going to make it to where when you hit, it's going to have a barrel explosion. Now, I'd say the biggest weakness, even though I made it not look like a weakness just now, but the biggest weakness of this gun is Psychos. Yeah, Psychos. This thing can't it's completely pointless to use against. Just never use it against a psycho. You're not gonna be able to kill him unless if you can get lucky, like I just did just a second ago. Reason being is because the scope is so zoomed in, it's just impossible to hit moving targets up close with this thing, because your scope's just not gonna move fast enough with it. You're gonna have to constantly zoom in and out, like right there. It's a nightmare to fight those things with this thing. So you're gonna have to no-scope headshot, and you're gonna have to slowly kill them, or hit some body shots. Hopefully corrosive sticks. Like I said, the corrosive is glitched, so it's not gonna stick every time like it's supposed to, and it's not doing nearly enough damage as it once was supposed to, because I nerfed it too much, because it was overpowered, and now it's underpowered. Now I gotta fix it again, and it's just a bunch of rebalancing I'm still working on. And it's kind of a pain in the ass, because I have to do it on 2 separate computers, because the way that it's broken, the editor broke on my big computer, which is the game. This is the one I have the game actually installed on, so I can't actually just make it and like test it anymore. I used to be able to just make the gun, test it, close the game, go back into the editor, fix it, and then just continue from there. But the way I have to do it now with all this USB and all this other BS is it's just much harder to do this. So the reason I can't do it on the big one is because I keep getting a general protection fault error. The thing is like a mile long, and it's like saying I have all these missing files even though it was working like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, so now I have to do this. So it's kind of a pain. It slows the process down, but it works. And the sad thing is I can't get the map to work on the other computer because it says the UE3 shader broke. So I have 2 of the worst errors I can possibly get. So it's fantastic, but I'll work around it. I'll find a fix or something. I'll just figure it out, because there's really no information on the Unreal development kit for this game. And it's very difficult to find information out there on this game. For Borderlands 2 is a different story, though, which I do plan to make content for, by the way. Not yet. I want to finish this pack first. But once I finish this, I'm going to have like maybe 30 weapons and just a map that's very simple with just a bunch of enemies that drop my weapons. That's what I had in mind. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and go to the 2 broken weapons that I still need to rebalance. Now, the reason this thing is broken is because it just does too much damage. It annihilates, and also the aggressive tracking does not help. The reason why it's called the Seeker and what I originally had in mind for it is that it was going to be a thing that you can hide behind cover and you can seek out the enemies so you know where they're at. So it's like when they're not aggroed yet and you don't have those little red dots down there and you can't find them. It's just a backup, so you pull it out, you can find them, deal a little bit of damage to them, and you can just go murder them with something else. Or if you're down and someone runs away behind a barrier, which is so annoying, by the way. I know it's happened to everyone, I know it has. But I was going to have it to where you can just shoot it straight up in the air and it'll just do like a javelin missile straight down. But what this thing actually turned into is something absolutely retarded, and it's overpowered. Now, I don't know if I should leave it like this, so you guys let me know in the comments if you guys want me to leave it like that or if you want me to fix it. Because I will leave it like that if that's what you want. But look at how aggressive these things seek. Well, okay, that hit the bottom there because I'm not at the same level with it, but these things just seek their targets so aggressively, which is a success. Like I said, I did it so well that it just broke. So, yeah. Now, this weapon right here in particular, though, the Truth, I think I made it too powerful. I think 5,000 damage is a bit over the top for a rocket launcher. Maybe just a bit. But as you can see, this is kind of what I designed this thing for. Is you can find your enemies, deal a little bit damage, and if you get down like how I did just here, you can just shoot at them, and you don't have to worry about aiming. You don't have to see, and then you get back up, kind of like that. But that was a bad example because I wasn't shooting up, like I said, how you're supposed to get back up. But it doesn't matter. As long as you're shooting, it's gonna hit them. Unless if it does something stupid and it just goes in circles around them, which I have. Oh my god, did you see that? It just went in a complete circle and just hit him right in the back. That was awesome. But I have seen this thing do like the rocket will just stop in its tracks and just slowly rotate, and then when the enemy runs, it'll just chase him again. It's so stupid. And also these things, I don't know. I made it too overpowered, and also it never hits the enemy I'm aiming at. Like literally never hits the enemy I'm aiming at. As you can see, I'm aiming at the bruiser, it hits the other guys behind him. I don't know. I'm still fixing them. The reason for that is because I have the search radius on the thing is just too big, and so I think everything else on it is good except the blast radius because it's kind of big. It'll hit a wall behind someone and it still deal like all of its damage. So I need to fix that. And same with this one, but I think it's okay on this one because it's not as noticeable. I think I fixed it on this one a little bit better. But yeah, this is what it's originally. See, it shows you where the enemies are, and then you can get up and just go wreck them. But like I said, It's kind of busted. Does too much damage. It seeks. Maybe no. The seeking is fine, I think, but I don't know. I still gotta rebalance this stuff. What I originally intended was, like I said, just a shotgun you can use when you're down, or if you're hiding and you just want to know where the enemies are, or if you're, it's just a cool idea too, having a shotgun that has homing missiles. And the truth, I am going to fix to where when you aim, it has the homing rocket instead of just all the time. Yeah, as you can see there, it hit the wall behind him and it blew him up still. Right there too, you can see. The blast radius is just too big. And also, never shoot anyone that's like 5 feet away from you, this thing, or never stand behind someone. Like, don't stand close to enemies when you use it because you will kill yourself. Trust me, I almost did just now. Now, like I was saying about the truth, I'm gonna fix it to where when you aim, I don't know if I'll be able to put the little diamond like when you lock on the enemies in the car. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but yeah, I'm thinking about fixing it to where when you aim, it homes instead of just always homing. Now we're gonna go and switch over to the Psycho here. This shotgun is actually really well balanced, I would say. Probably the best one I have so far. This is by far my second favorite one. The reason I say second favorite is because the one I did not show in the footage earlier, yeah, we'll get to that very last. But the reason I say it's so balanced is just because it does good damage. It's not overpowered. It has a good fire rate on it. It has good critical hit modifier, and the spread pattern makes it kind of difficult to shoot, so it's kind of be hard from far away. But what I'm thinking about doing, instead of when you aim, instead of it just doing 3 like that, I'm thinking about having it to where it'll only shoot 1, and it'll do increased critical. No, maybe not increased critical hit damage. It'll do something. I'm thinking about it just shoots 1, so you're gonna lose a little bit of damage, but you get more range. But you're gonna have to compensate for that range by aiming up because the weapon or the projectile does drop. So it balances itself out. But as you can see, this thing is just so fun. It's so fun to hit people with and see all the axes stuck in them when they die. If you get like a badass or something, they're gonna have like 500 axes stuck in them. It's so stupid. Oh, speaking of badass, I think that's one right there, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, what the hell? How did I just die? Okay. Maybe if you touch him, you die? I don't know. Ooh, Psycho. Yeah. That was weird. I was trying to jump over him and deal some awesome damage, kind of like how, I was watching a stream, or 20 moments from a stream where I think it was, I don't remember, they were jumping over the guy and doing damage. It's funny. But I was trying to do that. Hang on, I want to test that again. I'm at low health. I don't think it's going to work. Hang on, maybe if I, oh yeah, see, okay, I landed on, I think he's got a melee that comes out so fast you can't even see it. But yeah, it's just so funny to see all the axes get stuck in him. I like that. I don't know, maybe, yeah, okay, so we're going to go ahead and go on to the final weapon I have here, which is the RP46. Now, any of my Rainbow Six Siege fans will automatically know what this is going to be. A meme. As you can hear, as soon as you pull the thing out, it plays music, and yeah. It's Vladov, so obviously it's Russian, so you can probably guess where this is going. It's the biggest meme. Listen. Now, right now it only has that one, but eventually I'm going to add a little bit more dialogue to it. I just really wanted to see if I can even get the dialogue working, and apparently I can. I didn't know you can put, like, external sound files from other sources into this game, but once I found that out, I was like, oh, hell yeah. Now, I know right now it's going to be annoying because that's the only thing he says when you aim, but I'm going to have different sound files. I'm going to have the LMG mounted, loaded, everything. But basically, if you're not following right now, it's Lord Tachanka from Rainbow Six Siege in Borderlands, basically. So what it is when you aim, you can't move. So it's kind of like a mounted LMG. Also, your fire rate slows down, but your critical hit damage and normal damage goes up. And if anyone's ever played Rainbow Six Siege and you know this, any headshot just instantly kills anybody. So that's what I've done. I've made it to where it has such a good, when you're aiming, by the way, you get this ridiculous increase on precision damage or critical hit damage. But when you're not aiming, it's Tachanka's SMG or shotgun. That's kind of what I was going for. I couldn't really put the shotgun aspect in there, so I kind of did the best I could on both. So what I did is when you're not aiming, you get higher fire rate but increased spread, or high fire rate and increased spread but lower damage, should I say. So it kind of balances itself out. But the problem is the spread is so much that it's not more effective. It's only effective at like 2 feet, so I gotta fix that. But so far, this is my favorite weapon I made. It plays the Call of Duty World at War Russian March, and it has Tachanka screaming at you when you aim. It's amazing. It's just a retarded meme that I made. It's funny. But also it has 61 bullets in the mag, just like how Tachanka's LMG actually has. And also, It shoots just about as fast. Now, I am an actual Rainbow Six Tachanka main, like a pretty good one. I don't know if you guys see my video or not, but I'm actually a decent Tachanka main. So I know what I'm talking about. When I made this weapon, I know what I was doing. But, I don't know, I just really like this gun. Just because it's so stupid. It plays the Russian March. It's got the Tachanka, which I'm adding more voice lines, like I said. And it's his turret and his other weapon all in one. It's just the Tachanka. That's what I should have named it. It's just Tachanka. But it's fantastic. I love it. This is the weapon I most recently made too, so yeah. Once I found out I could add voice files, I was like, oh man, I got so many more ideas for other weapons. Now we are approaching the end of my footage here, so I'm going to talk about a few things that I'm planning on doing. And I know I didn't post anything on the Gearbox forums. I just kind of wanted to keep it to myself, to be honest, but I really just, I don't know. I just wanted to post about it and talk about it, maybe get some advice on how to make stuff, since there's really no information on it anywhere, and this game's kind of dead, so. But what I'm planning on doing, if anyone knows how to do any of this, let me know. Or if anyone knows how to fix those errors I was mentioning earlier, just let me know, because I'd be more than happy to know. But what I'm planning on doing, I don't know if I think I mentioned this a little bit ago, but I'm planning on doing is having an arena-style map with a bunch of bandits. It's going to be a really simple map. So it's going to have those little bandit huts things right there that I just landed on. It's going to have a bunch of those, kind of like a big bandit city, kind of like how the Claptrap Revolution was in that one area, kind of. But it's going to be just a big arena, and what the is the bandits are going to drop my custom weapons on the chance, and they're going to be custom bandits, kind of. So yeah, I have more plans for weapons. I have a whole entire list of weapons that I need to make that I just put together, just never actually through the editor, just stuff that I have. I have lines of code and stuff I can reference as well. So everything there is good. It's going pretty well. Like I said, I've only worked on this for a few hours now, so I think it's pretty good. But I'm going to have to end the video here, guys. If you guys want more information on any of this, just let me know. If you have any advice on anything on how to fix those errors I was mentioning, if you guys have any ideas for weapons, if you want to suggest any ideas for shields or anything like that, just anything, throw it at me. I'm more than happy to hear it, because I will put it in my weapon pack. This game is dead, I know. I'm moving on to Borderlands 2 when I'm done with this, which is, I don't know if I'm going to cut it. I don't think I'm going to cut it early. I think I'm going to go through with it. I think, don't hold me to that, because something might happen and I might just go to Borderlands 2. Or my PC might just blow up, because that's what's been happening lately. It's just been dying slowly. So that's a possibility too. So I might not be able to make anything at all. But man, I'm exceeding way past the exit intro. But exit intro? What the hell is an exit? Exit intro. I've never said that before. Anyways, I think I made this a bit too long. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and please subscribe. Very small YouTube channels like me, we don't get any recognition, no popularity, nothing. We don't get in the recommended, nothing. So a like and subscribe would be deeply appreciated. And like I said, if you have any ideas for the custom weapons, let me know. Anyways, guys, if you guys liked, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.